Just a couple days away now, we're headed to WealthStack out in Scottsdale, Arizona, the industry-leading conference. We're talking today with Dina Isola of Ritholtz Wealth Management for our final preview segment. Dina, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Next week, you're on a panel that conference organizer Matt Middleton called a can't-miss session. It's called The Death of the Fiduciary Rule. What can we expect to learn from the session?
We'll be looking at regulation best interest, as well as the SEC's interpretation of the fiduciary standard as it relates to the Advisors Act, and what that means to investors and to advisors. And I think hopefully advisors will have a different way of looking at their advice and possible blind spots that might exist that might compromise their advice, and what they could do to alleviate that.
Not every advisor will admit they have blind spots. I'm sure you'll be able to illuminate them in the discussion. So you're a known champion for women in the industry, Dina. Alongside you on the panel is Barbara Roper from the Consumer Federation of America and Nicole Boyson of Northeastern University. What does the constitution of this all-female panel say about what WealthStack is trying to do and where the industry is headed?
I'm really grateful that WealthStack is engaging women, because that's the first step. It's not a new problem that women have not been well represented in the industry, and that's not necessarily the industry's fault per se, but women feel that they don't really identify with the industry because there's many men in it. And now here you have two women who are actually not even in the industry in the conventional sense of the word as advisors, and they're doing really impressive things that will shape the industry in years to come. So I think it's a powerful message. We need women, and we need their perspective.
Well, Matt Middleton couldn't agree more on the fact that this conversation will shape the future of wealth management and shape the discussion of the fiduciary rule around that. What do you think about Matt's projection that your panel could really hit home on that?
I hope so. I think the industry's at a crossroads. There's our standard that we have to maintain, and we could relegate things to disclosure if that's what's required of us, but I think we're better than that. I think we can deliver better advice and go above and beyond the standard, and that would build a lot of trust with investors, and I think that's a very good thing.
Well, Dina, thanks for being here. I know next week your session's going to be rich with information. I know not a lot of you are thinking about fiduciary rule being a hot topic these days, but let me tell you, the outcomes, the impacts that will be discussed are can't miss. So check out Dina on her panel at WealthStack on Tuesday, September 10th. Thanks, Dina.
Thank you.